In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how to partner with a real estate agent so that you can start capitalizing on all those motivated seller leads that weren't so motivated. You know the ones I'm talking about. The ones that you went out there and you couldn't make a deal on because there was just no pressure point. As a creative real estate investor, we have to go through a lot of no's to get to the yeses. So what if I told you there's a way to profit off of all of those no's? In today's segment, we're going to talk about how to pick the right real estate agent to partner with so that you can capitalize off of all of those no's. We're going to be talking about which of those leads are right to hand over. When do you hand them over? How do you hand them over? And last but not least, how much can you expect to make for your referral lead? Stay tuned. We're going to talk about all that right now. So which leads are you going to hand over? How do you identify a lead that's ready to give up on and to push it over to your real estate agent partner? Now, it's a judgment call for sure, but you're going to have to decide. But the obvious leads are the ones that you show up to buy the house and there's just no way in heck that you're going to strike a deal with these people. They sounded motivated. You thought they might be motivated, but they're not motivated and they want market price. And there's no doubt about it. They're ready to sell right now and they need to sell right now, but they're not settling for a dime less than whatever the market value is. That's the obvious ones. Now, typically, we'd walk away from that. Can't make a deal, on to the next one, right? That's what I always said. Next, this one's not working out. Next, and go down the road, right? Well, there's a better way because there's a way to profit off that lead. You just walked out the front door and threw it in the trash. Well, I'm going to tell you, stop doing that because there's something to do about it. Not all of your no's are that obvious. Knowing exactly when to turn over the lead can be a little tricky and can be kind of artful. For example, we don't buy a lot of our properties until the 7th or 8th or 9th touch. Touch meaning the 7th or 8th or 9th time we communicate with them. You know, they say no, we come back in 2 or 3 weeks, check in on them and see if they're ready now. They say no, we come back in 3 or 4 weeks and we check in on them again. We stay with them until that house gets sold to somebody. Hopefully it's us. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, but we're staying with them. The question is, when do you give up on the lead? When you do decide it's time to turn over the lead to your real estate agent partner, you really need to do it in person. You need to do it when you're standing right in front of them because you're not going to ask for permission or give the number of your agent to your prospect. You're not going to do any of that. We're going to show you how to turn over the lead effectively and immediately and how to have the highest chance for success. But to do that, you probably really need to be there in person. When you're sure it's time to let go of the lead, this is how you do it effectively. Number one is you have to have pre-orchestrated this with your real estate agent partner. You have to have access to their calendar and you have to have set aside certain times that you are going to be allowed to book for the agent an appointment. You know, from this time to this time, he leaves it open for those appointments. From this time to this time, it's open for those appointments. This is all the homework that's done ahead of time. Now that you have that homework done and you're over there talking to your prospect, you're getting ready to throw in the towel on it saying, you know, I'm not going to be able to buy this as one of my investment properties, so it's time to move to plan B. I need to turn this over to my agent. The next thing you need to do is establish what price they think they'll take. Of course, they're going to say a market price, but you take that price, whatever it is, and you say, you know what? I know exactly how to help you get that price, and I know exactly what we have to do. If you're going to get even close to that price, I know what to do. Can you meet with my associate on this date or this date? And you get in that calendar and you book a date right now. This is critical. You do not ask them if they'll call your partner. You don't get your partner to call them. None of that. You get the appointment and you set the appointment right now. The sooner, the better. So if you can set the appointment for later on this evening, do that. If you can set it for tomorrow morning, do that. But you set the appointment. And then tell your prospect that Mike Smith, your associate, will be calling you to confirm, but he's going to be here at 8. If you don't answer, he's going to be here at 8. He just wants to talk to you and make sure he has the right directions or whatever, but he's going to be here, and you set the appointment. And then you've just set up perfectly for your real estate agent partner to come over and grab the listing and get it up on MLS. Now it's 2001, April. The real estate market's hotter than a pistol. You put a house up for a listing right now today, it's as good as sold. And not only is it good as sold, it's going to go for multiple times over the asking price. There's all kinds of offers coming in. It's so easy to sell a property right now. And so when you give this listing to your agent, it's going to get sold in a market like this. So before we get to how much you can charge for this referral or this partnership with your real estate agent, let's talk about that like button and that share button. Please hit that like button and hit that share button. And if you haven't subscribed, let's do that right now too. Okay, so how much is this relationship with your real estate agent partner worth if you keep feeding them referrals? I say it's worth between 25% to 50% of the commission they're going to get. Now you have to look at it from the real estate agent's point of view. You've really done all the marketing and you've just set them in to walk in and sign up. You even made the appointment for them, for heaven's sakes. And you also need to understand something else. A real successful real estate agent salesperson knows that listings have babies. That if you give them 3 free listings and they go, that's not the end of it. You won't just collect the commission and then they'll give you some kind of referral fee or something. That's not the end of it. People recommend, they have other property for sale. Their neighbor comes over and wants to sell the house. Listings have babies. And every successful real estate agent knows that. So the real estate agent should understand that this methodology will come back to them in spades. If they don't understand that methodology, then you have the wrong person. Move along. Okay, that concludes this segment. I'm sure with this newfound knowledge, you're going to make an extra $10, $15, $20, $50,000 next year because you're going to quit throwing all those no's in the trash can and you're going to start putting yourself in the road to get hit by the money truck. Okay? If you are interested in the way I'm thinking and the way I'm talking and the way these conversations go, but you have questions and you wish desperately that you could ask these questions and get an answer from me or my partner, then maybe this offer is good for you. I would like for you to take an 1.5 hour long recording of our Tuesday night call and listen to it and decide for yourself if you want to be on that call for the next year. We have this call every Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, come hell or high water. And it's either me or my partner, Mike. And we're there to answer questions from investors all over the nation in real time and also get the comments and advice of all the other people on the call themselves too. So the reason why we have this offer for you to listen to this 1.5 hours, I think it's an 1.5 hour or 45-minute recording of one of these calls is so that you can see the ebb and flow of these calls, you can feel the tone of these calls, and you can see the value. There is no way that you don't join these calls once a week and ask your own questions or listen to the questions of other people and not become a better investor. There's just no way. So check it out. Go to 1000houses.com/free-stuff or click on the link right down here. And remember, when you sign up for that call, and you're able to participate and ask your own questions once a week, there's also 500 hours of archived recorded Q&A calls that you can tap anytime you want. Believe me, you'll never get through it all. And if you did, you would be an expert on creative real estate investing. Okay, that's it. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next episode.